My group and I did an ethnography on the club scene in Second Life. The clubs we visited were Momo's Surf Club, Evil Spirits, Ambrosia, Muddy's, and Wet Willie's. Momo's Surf Club has a DJ playing music, options for music requests, dancing, and chatting. It's also the only club that we reviewed that offered trivia. Club members chat about the trivia, the music in the club, their dance moves, and outfits. Momo's is a friendly location that uses public chat. This club wants its customers to enjoy music and feel comfortable in their friendly atmosphere towards all users. They are willing to help newbies with tips such as learning to dance and customize their avatars. Like the other clubs, this club offered dance balls with a variety of choices for dancing. Their host was a volunteer who was a regular club goer. She welcomed everyone and let them know who the DJ at the time was. When a new visitor stood in one place for too long, she would say that the dance balls were floating in the sky, in case the club goer couldn't find them. Standing in one place was quote-unquote out of place for Momo's, because everyone else's avatar was dancing even if the people behind the avatars were away from the keyboard. No one used microphones, so the chat was very active and difficult to keep up with. The DJ wasn't talking in chat, but instead would say something live between songs. Ambrosia is also a very active club that offers dancing and listening to music. Here people mingle, request music, and chat. The partygoers at the club mostly chatted about how much fun they're having and how much the DJ rocks. Muddy's was a bit different as it was one of the rock clubs that we had visited. It has a host and a DJ, both of whom greet visitors. Between playing music requests, the DJ used custom messages involving current happenings, shoutouts, and advertisements of the shopping areas within the club. At many times, you would actually just hear the radio, because sometimes there wasn't a DJ on duty in that club. Wet Willie's is also a rock club that plays mostly classic rock from the 70s and 80s. It dabbles in some rock from today as well. This club was a bit smaller than the others that our group went to. This is a place where people gather to listen to some good tunes, chat it up with regulars and newbies, rock out on the dance floor, or even just listen to their favorite DJ's newest mix. Just as in the other clubs, Wet Willie's offers dance balls with different dancing options, including couples dancing and nearly 20 solo dances. The DJs have their own mixes, but also love to take requests from people in the audience. The people on the dance floor were both friendly and willing to help newbies feel at home. The club scene in Second Life has its own subculture to learn more about. We went out to see what the process of working at a club is like and what club events are like. We have interviewed everyone using the Second Life instant messaging. First, we interviewed the people who worked in the clubs. We asked a few questions. How do club owners earn lindens? For what reason was the club created? And what type of people do you want attending your club? Is there a specific gender, race, or ethnic background that they cater to? How do you plan to improve your club to make it one of the best in Second Life? We found out that club owners rarely appear in the clubs they own. It was difficult to get a hold of a club owner, but we got some information from other workers. Sometimes clubs can be owned by multiple individuals. They are places where people from all cultures and lands can come together and form bonds as new subcultures. Club owners earn lindens through donation jars, just like the DJs and hosts. There were different agreements. Some hosts were given a percentage of donations, others had separate donation jars. DJs have their own donation jars and set them up on an elevated area that was considered the quote-unquote stage. Hosts and DJs then stand near those donation jars so that teleporting to the person provides an easy way to locate the donation jar. Clubs were created due to either popular demand or simply for fun. There are a few different scenarios that can create a club, and the success of all depend on how well designed the club ends up to be. Club popularity fluctuates by the hour due to the different locations and time zones of the club goers, and the music played by DJs. The more popular the club, the more lindens the workers of the club make. Next, we spoke to some DJs and asked them the following questions. How do you get chosen to DJ at a particular club? How long have you been a DJ in Second Life? How does DJing in Second Life work? Do you mix songs live, or do you have a pre-made mix that you play on Second Life? When it comes to DJs and clubs, we have gathered some similar data. DJs have experience in DJing prior to being employed by a club. Usually, it's a real-life DJ experience. Quentin interviewed a DJ who worked in Second Life for several years. He used to DJ a real-life radio station, then moved to online radio and still does that as well as Second Life DJing. He said that DJs don't live mix due to the costs. It's cheaper to simply play requests and keep the chat going instead. To become a DJ, just like any real-life job, you apply and show off your skills at an audition. The DJ I interviewed was also a real-life DJ who worked at nightclubs and radio stations in the past. He doesn't see many differences between having an online radio stream versus Second Life clubs, but since there's less competition in Second Life compared to real life, building a listener base is easier in Second Life. Ellie interviewed a retired DJ who now makes bumpers for DJs, which are pre-recorded pieces that act as transitions between song segments. He also created pre-made mixes for some of the DJs who, instead of mixing their music live, engage the crowd of the Second Life club. This shows that DJs in Second Life try to focus more on the request lists made by Second Life avatars in the chat. The last group that we spoke to were the partygoers, the people that are in the clubs having fun. We asked them the following questions. Why do you go to clubs in Second Life? Is clubbing in Second Life more fun than clubbing in real life? Do you enjoy the music that is played by the DJs in this club? If you could make one improvement to this club, what would you change? Partygoers at Momo Surf Club were social and friendly towards everyone in the room. The avatars had costumes on as well as real-life looking clothes. They liked to come to this club because they loved the music and the atmosphere. They also enjoyed hanging out here with their Second Life friends, who had similar music interests. Going to Second Life clubs was easier and cheaper than real-life clubs. They were glad not to travel far to have fun, and plus they weren't good dancers in real life. Having the option of written chat made it easier to communicate over loud music in virtual environments. At Ambrosia, the clubgoers were there because of the music and the dancing. They enjoyed the DJs that were at Ambrosia. One of the interviewed clubgoers said the Second Life wasn't as fun as real life, especially because it's more healthy to actually dance and move. She liked to listen to the music that the DJs in Second Life clubs played while doing physical fitness workouts in real life. At Muddy's, clubgoers also said that a lot of his friends listened to the music loudly using their computer, but they would do other things in Second Life and just have their avatar dance for them. Wet Willie's was a bit different. Clubgoers said they came to the club just to get away from real life for a while, and to listen to their favorite DJ streams in an interactive setting. The clubgoers were very friendly, and many knew each other from prior club experiences. Our research on club life showed some patterns. Clubs served many purposes for clubgoers, such as making friends, requesting and listening to good music, dancing in virtual environments, and entertainment. They were not better than real-life clubs, they were just a different way to hang out with no strings attached. We also found out that club workers were being paid real money. These are real jobs for them, but they enjoy them nonetheless. Some of the differences between the clubs are having mini-games such as trivia, bowling, and others. Dancing balls differ in colors, shapes, and locations where they're placed. They also offer different types of dances. Clubs are expected to be places of entertainment and friendships. Music and the setting of the club draw in different crowds at different times of the day, but everyone is welcome.